Hey guys, Michael here from Marshall Gamers, and today I'm here looking at Super Nova. It's a MOBA game um, from from Bandai. So it's lots of mechs, lots of giant aliens, and you know what? It's actually a really fun game. So this is the condensed overview of the tutorial missions, all three of them. So it's about an hour's worth of gameplay condensed into 12 minutes. So that's the enemy's auger, which is essentially the inhibitor or the nexus. And it shows you the lane you've got to push down. And here's our champion. Just start off with a really simple movement mechanic. Just move to a couple target locations. Control system's what you expect for a MOBA. If we move down to the second objective, we come across this object here, which is a stealth pad. Um, so you can stand in that and disappear, similar to bushes in League. So a little target practice minion pops up. So again, I'm just going to have you do a couple simple auto attacks into this, just so you can, auto attack. So having learnt the first skill, the game's going to put you against two enemies now, so you can use the skill, although you can kill them before the skill actually comes off cooldown the second time. This is the return to base animation, which I think is pretty cool. You get picked up and airdropped back at base. So the upgrade system for the game doesn't use a store like League does. It's point allocation, similar to an RPG. So you can really make the character feel slightly unique with how you build them. There's no items as well, there's just upgrades and stuff. So once you've upgraded, it's going to have you use the air deploy to deploy down to this zone here. So that picks you up, flies you over and drops you off. It's essentially a fancy teleport. This is me trying to see how attack move worked in the game, and it seems to work okay. With a bit more attack speed it would work better. With read mod abilities. So now that you've killed some things, learned how to move, it's time to command your forces in battle, because that's what you play in this game, a commander. So the enemy have got a mixture of tanks and infantry units. Each little infantry unit shares the same health bar, even though there are 4 guys there. Enemy towers attack if you get too close, pretty standard. This is the enemy using one of their commander abilities, which just essentially drops a missile down. We have our own, which is an AoE heal that will heal us or our minions that stand in the way. So then you're going to progress on. You have to fight your enemy now at this point. So they're going to spawn in to try and fight you. But by this point you should have gained enough XP from killing things that by the time they spawn in you can quite easily deal with them. So you got a shield generator you need to destroy, and once you've done that, you can go straight for the auger. And that pretty much is the first tutorial. It is just designed to get you used to how the game works, you know, moving your commander, attacking things, and whatnot. So the second mission focuses actually more on the forces you command, because you actually have to play a bit more of a obviously a commander role in this. So you can personalize the forces that follow you to your lane, which I thought was a really, really interesting thing. So the second tutorial starts off with your commander locked. You can't use them. It's going to ask you to train a barracks, which takes a couple of seconds to train. Once it's trained, it unlocks 2 units for you. One is the Pathfinder and the Stinger. The Stinger is your heavy. It's essentially the ranged minion. All of them are ranged, as you saw, but the Stinger is the rocket launchers for your groups. So the tutorial just has you spawn 2 Pathfinders. So now your 2 little Pathfinder squads are going to spawn and advance to their deaths down the lane. So the enemy unit has gone for 1 Pathfinder squad and then these 2 air units, which our guys can't target. We stuck on the ground, can't shoot them down, so they quite easily massacre us. So you can see here the influence of the waves of how they've gone. So you can see the enemy has actually pushed a lot further forward towards us. It's going to ask us to spawn some scorpions. So now we have 3 scorpion tanks and our 2 Pathfinder squads. Now this spawns in every wave now. It's also going to prompt us to upgrade to stingers in the next wave. So these are guys with the rocket launchers who are designed for taking out enemy scorpions. So between these squads now we can take out infantry, air support and enemy tanks. You see the scorpions are firing missiles at the air support. Once they finish that, they'll then swap to machine guns to help deal with the infantry units on the ground. So now it's time to stick our commander into the battle. Usually in a normal game, your commander is available from the very first moments, so you have to manage your commander and how you build your troops pre-game. So here we've got the air support counters the infantry, scorpions counter the air support, the 2 units on the infantry units counter infantry units, and so on. So now that we've gone into battle, you can really help your units by targeting what you think your units can't deal with. So, and then just trying to battle your opponent. You notice as soon as he attacked me, all of my infantry start to help me and fight him. Standard MOBA stuff. So scorpions aren't that effective at taking down towers. En masse, anything will. So I've attached the tower here because I attacked him. So I'll just back off for a bit. So they've used their ability. I dropped mine. Remember, it does heal me as well. And all my infantry. So again, similar to the last game, it's just the 2 towers you've got to destroy. Then a shield generator, and then you can progress straight on to destroying the auger. So that's the second one. That was pretty cool. The second one was just basically to get you used to training your forces, playing as your character. So now we move on to the last game. Now previously you were locked into Viker, you could only play as her. So in this one they've actually allowed you to pick from any of the champions on rotation. As the champions, any of the commanders on rotation. All with their own fairly unique abilities. It says Viker that we played as earlier. But for this game, I'm going to play as Xenos because I thought he looked cool. He actually looks very much like a XV9 battlesuit. More specifically, XV9 Ramirez, or Rylai's even. Reales, I think is how you're supposed to pronounce it from 40k. So this game is actually 5 champions, on 5 champions, fully unlocked everything. You are against AI, and all of your allies are AI as well. So in this, you just got to push down the lane and kill a few things. Now, the game by this point had been going on for about 10 minutes. Well, you can see at the top there, it's been going on for 10 minutes by the time I took that first tower. And the game, once it got into the later game, the game did seem to last a long time. That ability is on like a massive cooldown and is such good. It's Xenos' ulti, which you unlock at level 5, upgrade at level 10 and 15. It is sponged by minions in the way there though. So you're eventually just going to push on through all of the towers until you get to your enemy base. Again, just destroy the shield generator. Now in the tutorial, because we'd got to this point and those 2 enemies were pretty fed, I decided to change lane and move up to the mid lane. That ability is just so cool. I just left all of those clips in just because it looked cool. So that's the tutorials, all 3 of them. By the end of it, you should be able to control a commander, position your forces really well. I'm going to carry on doing some more videos. I'll probably go into a full battle report. Not battle report, yeah, for game, but you know, it will be a report on the battle, a full, you know, gameplay of a full game, and then go into the specifics of some of the champions played. Say champions again. Some of the commanders played. You know, just to give my opinion on them. If you like it, please feel free to comment and subscribe and like. If you don't, really do tell me why, and I'll try and you know, tailor the content better to what people like. So, thank you for watching, guys.